After 60, independence rarely disappears overnight. It fades quietly, step by step. First, you start using your hands to push yourself out of a chair. Then you avoid stairs. Then long walks feel exhausting. And one day, something that used to feel simple suddenly feels risky. It usually begins with the legs. According to the World Health Organization, muscle strength begins declining rapidly after 50. And if we don't actively protect it, that loss accelerates every single year. Weak legs are not just about fatigue. They mean higher fall risk. They mean reduced mobility. They mean depending on others for tasks you once handled confidently. And here on Senior Sense, we know something important. Losing strength is common, but it is not inevitable. Because while many Western adults struggle with mobility after 60, there's a country where people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s still climb stairs, walk long distances, and rise from the floor without assistance. That country is Japan. Japan has one of the highest numbers of people living past 100, but here's what's even more fascinating. Many of them maintain remarkable leg strength well into old age. So what are they doing differently? Is it genetics? No, it's daily habits. It's simple movements. It's practices woven into everyday life. And the most encouraging part? They are not extreme. They are not complicated. And they are not reserved for athletes. They are practical, repeatable, and adaptable, even if you are starting at 60, 70, or beyond. Today, I'm going to show you 6 Japanese-inspired exercises that focus on one powerful goal: protecting your legs so you can protect your independence. These movements are low impact. They're joint-friendly, and they can be done right at home. If you've noticed getting up feels harder, if your balance isn't what it used to be, if you're afraid of falling but don't talk about it, this video is for you. Because strength after 60 isn't about lifting heavy weights. It's about keeping the ability to say, I can still do this myself. And that is exactly what we protect here at Senior Sense. Let's begin. Maybe you've already felt it. You sit down, and when it's time to stand up, you pause for a second. You lean forward. You push off your knees. You tell yourself, it's just stiffness. But deep down, you notice the difference. Stairs that once felt effortless now require planning. You look for the handrail automatically. You avoid carrying things up and down because it feels unstable. Long walks. You start calculating how far the car is parked. You look for benches without even realizing it. And then there's the quiet fear that most people don't admit out loud. The fear of falling. Not just the fall itself, but what it could mean. A broken hip, a hospital stay, months of recovery, or worse, never quite regaining the same confidence again. Many adults don't lose independence because of disease. They lose it because their legs gradually become too weak to support their life. And the hardest part? It doesn't just affect the body. It affects dignity. When you hesitate before getting out of a chair in front of family, when you avoid outings because you're unsure about stairs, when you begin relying on others for things you used to do without thinking, it chips away at something deeper. Confidence, self-trust, freedom. And here's the truth no one talks about. Muscle loss after 60 is progressive, but so is strength gain. The body still adapts. The nervous system still learns. The muscles still respond, but only if we give them a reason to. Ignoring weakness doesn't preserve independence. Avoiding movement doesn't protect the joints. Doing less slowly trains the body to become capable of less. The good news? The decline most people accept as normal aging is often just in used strength. And strength can be rebuilt, not with extreme workouts, not with dangerous routines, but with intentional, intelligent movement. Because here on Senior Sense, we don't accept helpless aging. We understand it, we respect it, and we work with it. We protect dignity with knowledge. We protect independence with consistency. We protect confidence with simple, proven habits. And here on Senior Sense, we fight that decline with knowledge. Now let me show you how. Before we move into the first exercise, I want to pause for just a moment. One of the most powerful things about this channel isn't just the information, it's the community. Senior Sense isn't just a place where you watch videos. It's a place where adults over 50, 60, 70, and beyond come together with one shared decision. We are not done getting stronger. So I'd love to know something. Tell me your name and the city you're watching from. Are you watching from a quiet town? A busy city? Another country? Every time I read the comments, I'm reminded that this message reaches people from all over the world people who care about staying active, independent, and capable for as long as possible. And when you leave your name and city, something subtle but powerful happens. You're not just watching, you're participating. You're saying, I'm here. I'm choosing to take care of myself. That small action matters more than you think. Because strength after 60 isn't just physical. It's a mindset. And when you publicly commit, even in a simple comment, it reinforces that identity. It also helps others. When someone scrolling through the comments sees a 72-year-old from Chicago, a 68-year-old from London, a 75-year-old from Sydney, it reminds them they're not alone. Aging can sometimes feel isolating, but growth doesn't have to be. So take a moment right now. Write your name, write your city, and if you feel comfortable, tell me your age too. Let's show the world that strength has no expiration date. And as always, I read as many comments as I can. Seeing where our senior sense family is growing motivates me to keep bringing you practical, science-based strategies that truly make a difference. Now that we're connected, let's begin with the first exercise that can start rebuilding your leg strength safely and effectively. Now here's the part that should give you real hope. If adults in their 70s and 80s can maintain strong, steady legs, there is a method behind it. Strength at that age is not an accident. It's not luck, and it's not reserved for people who have trained their whole lives. It's the result of consistent, simple movement patterns practiced daily. And that's important because it means this is learnable. If they can do it, there's a method. And if there's a method, you can apply it. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need heavy weights. You don't need to join a gym. And you certainly don't need to push your body into pain. What you need is intelligent stimulation. After 60, the body doesn't respond well to extremes. It responds to consistency. It responds to stability. It responds to movements that strengthen without punishing the joints. That's exactly why the practices we're about to go through are so powerful. They are low impact. They are controlled. They strengthen the muscles that actually keep you independent, not just the ones that look impressive. And most importantly, they can be done safely at home, on a stable floor, near a wall, using a chair for support if needed. Because here on Senior Sense, we don't chase intensity. We protect longevity. There is a difference between exercise that impresses people and exercise that protects your future. The goal is not to exhaust yourself. The goal is to train your legs to confidently support your life, to help you rise from a chair without hesitation, to climb stairs without fear, to walk into your later years steady and self-assured. And safety comes first. If something causes sharp joint pain, you stop. If your balance feels uncertain, you hold support. If you need to modify, you modify. Strength built patiently lasts. Strength built recklessly breaks. The Japanese approach to movement, especially for older adults, prioritizes control, posture, balance, and endurance over speed and force. And that philosophy is what we're borrowing today. Simple, intentional, effective. You are not too old to build strength. Your muscles still respond. Your nervous system still adapts. Your balance can still improve. The key is giving your body the right signals, repeatedly and safely. So now, let's move into the first exercise. And remember, we are not just training legs. We are protecting independence. In many parts of Japan, people don't always rest in high chairs or soft couches. They frequently rest in a deep squat position, something that has quietly strengthened their legs for decades. While many Western adults spend hours sitting in elevated chairs, which gradually weaken the hips and thighs, this posture keeps the lower body active even during rest. It's not seen as exercise. It's simply part of daily life. And that subtle difference changes everything. After 60, one of the first abilities we begin to lose is the strength to lower ourselves down and rise back up confidently. That movement, sitting and standing, determines independence. Weakness here increases fall risk. It reduces circulation in the legs. It stiffens the hips and knees. It slowly trains the body to avoid deep movement. But this posture directly strengthens the muscles responsible for stability and mobility. The quadriceps, the glutes, the hips, the core. This is the strength you use to rise from your bed every morning. This is the strength that keeps you steady when stepping off a curb. In observational studies involving older Japanese adults, those who regularly maintained deep squat mobility showed significantly higher lower body strength compared to Sedentary peers. Some data suggests strength levels comparable to adults up to 15 to 20 years younger when practiced consistently over time. The takeaway is simple. The body adapts to what it practices. Here's how to begin safely. Position. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Toes can turn slightly outward. Movement. Slowly lower your body as if sitting into a very low chair. Go only as far as comfortable. Your heels should stay flat on the floor. Breathing. Inhale as you lower. Exhale slowly as you hold the position. Keep your breathing steady and natural. Duration. Start with 10 to 20 seconds. Beginner modification. Hold onto a stable chair, countertop, or door frame for support. If going low feels unsafe, perform a partial squat instead. Progression. Each week, increase your hold by 5 to 10 seconds. Over time, work toward 45 to 60 seconds comfortably. There is no rush. Control builds strength. Lifting the heels. This shifts pressure to the knees and reduces muscle engagement. Keep your heels grounded. Rounding the back excessively. This strains the lower spine. Keep your chest gently lifted and core lightly engaged. Going too deep too soon. Depth is not the goal, stability is. Only go as low as you can control without pain. Remember, mild muscle effort is normal. Sharp joint pain is not. When practiced consistently, something subtle begins to happen. Getting up from chairs feels smoother. Climbing stairs feels less intimidating. Your legs feel more supportive beneath you. And with that physical change comes something even more important. Confidence. Because independence isn't maintained by chance. It's maintained by daily decisions. In a few weeks, you'll notice getting up feels easier. This is how you protect your independence. Before we move into the next exercise, let me say something important. If you value staying strong, steady, and independent as you age, this channel is for you. Senior Sense was created for one reason: to help adults over 50 protect their independence with knowledge, not guesswork. There is a lot of noise online. Extreme workouts, conflicting advice, programs designed for 25-year-olds. But very little content is built specifically for the realities of aging bodies. Here we focus on joint-friendly strength, balance and fall prevention, circulation and mobility, confidence and dignity. Because after 60, fitness is not about appearance. It's about capability. It's about being able to get out of a chair without hesitation, climb stairs without fear, travel, play with grandchildren, walk confidently into a room. That kind of strength doesn't happen by accident. It happens through small, consistent, intelligent habits. And every week here on Senior Sense, we break those habits down step by step, backed by science, explained clearly, and adapted for real life. So if that speaks to you, take a moment and subscribe. Not just to follow a channel, but to commit to yourself. When you subscribe, you're making a quiet statement. I'm choosing to stay strong. And that identity matters. Because the people who age well are not the ones who hope things stay the same. They are the ones who take small, steady action. Also, when you subscribe and engage with the video, by liking or commenting, it helps this message reach other adults who may be silently struggling with balance, weakness, or fear of falling. You might not realize it, but your click could help someone regain confidence. That's how this community grows. Strong individuals supporting one another through knowledge. So if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Sense. And now, let's continue building the kind of leg strength that protects your freedom for years to come. Before we close, I want to give you something extra. Consider this a small gift from me to you for staying all the way to the end. This final movement isn't strictly a leg exercise, but it may be one of the most powerful longevity habits you can add to your routine. It's simple, it's surprising, and most people overlook it completely. The movement is called the dead hang. Now you might be thinking, what does hanging from a bar have to do with aging well? Much more than you'd expect. As we age, posture begins to compress. Years of sitting, standing, and gravity slowly pull the spine downward. Shoulders round. Upper back stiffens. Grip strength weakens. And here's something important. Grip strength has been strongly associated with overall longevity and independence in older adults. When grip strength declines, overall functional capacity often declines with it. The dead hang gently addresses several aging-related issues at once. It helps decompress the spine. It encourages shoulder mobility. It strengthens the hands and forearms. And it promotes better posture. all from simply hanging and breathing. Here's how to do it safely. Find a stable horizontal bar. This could be at a park, in a gym, or a securely installed doorway bar at home. Grip the bar at about shoulder width. Let your body hang naturally. Relax your shoulders rather than tensing them. Breathe slowly and steadily. That's it. For beginners over 60, start with just 5 to 10 seconds. Step down. Rest. Repeat for 3 to 5 sets. Progress gradually as your comfort increases. Now, very important, this exercise is not for everyone. Avoid it if you have acute shoulder injuries, severe arthritis in the shoulders, recent rotator cuff tears, unstable spinal conditions. If unsure, consult your healthcare professional before trying it. Remember, safety always comes first. When performed appropriately, however, many older adults report improved posture, reduced back discomfort, and stronger grip within weeks. And beyond the physical benefits, there's something else. Hanging requires calm under mild discomfort. It builds mental steadiness, the ability to breathe through challenge. That resilience translates into everyday life. This is why I call it a bonus. It supports the legs indirectly by improving posture, grip, and upper body strength, all of which contribute to stability and fall prevention. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's one more way to protect your independence. Small habits, consistent effort, long-term strength. That's the Senior Sense way. Before we finish, I want to leave you with something deeper than exercise instructions. Because what we're building here is not just muscle. Strength is not just muscle. It's confidence. It's the quiet certainty that your body will support you when you need it to. It's walking into a room without scanning for the nearest chair. It's climbing stairs without hesitation. It's bending down to pick something up and knowing you can stand back up. That feeling changes how you live. After 60, strength becomes deeply personal. It's no longer about lifting heavier weights. It's about protecting freedom. It's about reducing fear. It's about dignity. When your legs are strong, your world stays bigger. You visit friends without worrying about stairs. You travel without calculating every step. You play with grandchildren without feeling fragile. And perhaps most importantly, you maintain the ability to say, "I can still do this myself." That sentence matters, because dependence rarely begins with a major event. It begins with small hesitations, small avoidances, small losses of confidence. But the opposite is also true. Independence grows from small, consistent actions. Each squat you hold, each balance practice, each controlled repetition. You are sending your body a message. I'm not done. And here's something powerful that science continues to confirm. The body can adapt at any age. Muscles respond to use. Balance improves with practice. The nervous system builds new pathways. Age changes the pace, but it does not eliminate the possibility. And that's the mindset we protect here at Senior Sense. We do not deny aging. We prepare for it intelligently. We don't chase extremes. We build stability. We don't train for applause. We train for autonomy. Because real strength after 60 isn't loud. It's steady. It's controlled. It's reliable. And when you commit to even a few minutes a day of intentional movement, you are doing more than exercising. You are protecting your future self. So as you move forward from this video, remember, strength is not just muscle. It's confidence. It's resilience. It's the ability to say, "I can still do this myself." And that is always worth protecting.